can we go for the side? So side by side we work together. We have many programs that we triple this farmers initiative. I think today we will be speaking some for resource person. सबका साथ सबका विकास के साथ that Yojana also is working very well. Even in our, it really helps some people, especially living in the.
As the whole nation celebrates 9 glorious years of Seva, Susashan or Garib Kalyan under the dynamic leadership of our visionary Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi, we as a country rejoice this milestone as our governance reach new heights in all fields. It gives me great pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, to welcome you all to this one-day media workshop, Vartalap, on the theme 9 years of Seva, Susashan and Garib Kalyan, organized by the Press Information Bureau, Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, Government of India.
We all know the success of any event depends largely on people's participation. Intended effect of the event can only be achieved with people's involvement and support. I truly appreciate all of you for being with us today. There are 3 kinds of people in this world. People who make things happen, people who watch things happen, and people who wonder what happened. Every one of us who are here today are people who make things happen. Friends, I am so delighted to be in the midst of people who make things happen. As the present government of India has completed 9 years of governance in May 2023, Press Information Bureau have decided to celebrate this occasion by organizing Vartalap by regional and branch offices across the country on the theme 9 years Seva, Susashan and Garib Kalyan, highlighting the initiatives undertaken by the Government of India.
We all know that the role of media cannot be overlooked in today's world as it shapes opinions, influences decisions and keeps people informed. Against this backdrop, I, on behalf of the Kohima Press Club, would like to appreciate the Press Information Bureau, PIB, Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, for organizing this one-day media workshop on Vartalap. We all know that we, the PIB and Kohima Press Club, have been associating over the years on this one-day media workshop Vartalap, and which has provided the media fraternity with the necessary information and knowledge about the centrally sponsored schemes which are meant for the general masses. In return, through this media workshop, I believe that we have been able to critically analyze the numerous schemes and become responsible provider of information, and in the process promoting democracy, ensuring transparency and holding those in power accountable. Also taking this opportunity with the presence of our regional director PIB, Dr. Ingam Pami, I, on behalf of the Kohima Press Club, would like to inform him or request him that we anticipate any possible scopes and avenues in the future with the Kohima Press Club and the media fraternity of Nagaland.
When our honorable chief guest inaugurated the photo exhibition, we have come across many initiatives undertaken by the Government of India under the dynamic leadership of the Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi ji. Lots of schemes and policies that directly benefits the people have been displayed. And I'm sure even the Nagaland state is not left out, but we are a part of it. And the initiative, we congratulate the government of India for the people-centric programs and policies that have been implemented. I would like to share a few thoughts on the role of media. Firstly, I congratulate the media fraternity in Nagaland for serving the state and its people, for delivering a selfless service to the people. I must admit that, especially in our Nagaland context, media, or otherwise press media, journalism, is not as popular as in other states. If we look at Manipur, if we look at Arunachal, Mizoram, the media plays active role in shaping and molding the society. Whereas the common people out here in Nagaland, I think we are yet to come up to that level. In spite of the best surveys, in spite of the best reporting from our press media community in the state. Mr. Thomas Carroll rightly coined the word fourth estate for the press media. A strong house cannot stand with three pillars. And therefore, the fourth estate has lots of contribution in the society. I got the famous saying, morning shows the day. Morning shows the day. In this present generation, when we look at, I'm sure you all will agree with me, our morning starts with the media. Everyone, young and old, be it press media, be it print media, be it electronic media, social media, WhatsApp, Facebook, our daily life starts with this. Every morning, everyone logs in and then check. So also, we end the day with media. Everyone goes to bed, but I'm sure we check what is the latest happenings in the state or in the country, globally. So, the media plays a very important role in our lives. For me, I hope I won't be wrong in saying this. As a child, as we grow up, the parents, the father, mother, teaches us how to live in a society. But with this generation, the press media has more influence over people's life. And so the role of media fraternity is so much important in our society today. At the same time, the role of media is so strong that it can even destroy a nation. At the same time, it can build a nation, a strong nation. It can destabilize the government, it can destabilize the society, but at the same time, it can also build the society. Only if the media personals, the journalists, are true and honest to itself. Today, we also experience lots of fake news, either print media or electronic media. But I believe the media fraternity here in Nagaland have been true and honest to itself. Until today, the best reporting has been seen in the press media, for which we congratulate once again, and then we, the Nagaho, express our solidarity with the press fraternity. We must remember, let me remind the media fraternity here once again, that the media is the mirror of the world, or otherwise the mirror of a society. The world sees at you, the world sees at a society of how you report. Outside, people may not know who are the Nagas, for example. Where is Nagaland? Who are the Nagas? What kind of people? But only through your reporting, the world comes to know about it. And it depends on the media group fraternity. How do you present yourselves in the eye of the world? And therefore, please remember that the media is the mirror of a society. And therefore, we look forward in the days to come that you, the media fraternity, will give us the best and the most honest opinion reporting to the people. And at the same time, it will shape and mold the society, the upcoming youths. And I'm sure through the contribution of the media fraternity, our society will grow stronger one day and see that we have a dignified life.
I have dealt with the media extensively in various assignments, and I have interacted with media extensively, including at the level of senior editors in Delhi and in Nagaland. And I know that from your perspective, from the perspective of most of you sitting here, all reports that you file in don't get carried, which also means that everything you write doesn't get carried. So what appears is not the truth, it is part truth. Truth is important, it should be told, but where truth can be harmful to the society, I think we all need to exercise a bit of restraint. I am nobody to tell you what you should not report. I think we all are sensible and sensitive enough to know what sort of a report can create harm and ripples in the society. Just for example, if you take the example of Manipur now, I think let me thank and appreciate the media of Nagaland that by and large the media houses and the journalists of Nagaland have been desisting from reporting anything which is inflammatory and which can cause problems in Nagaland. So thank you very much for doing that. Because as the head of the police and a part of the state government here, honestly, on 3rd and on 2nd, when it started in Manipur, our biggest fear was that what is happening in Manipur should not percolate to Nagaland, because we have contiguous areas, we have contiguous ethnicities and people on both sides. So that was our biggest fear. So I think the media played a good role in that. Our police officers, district administration played a good, positive role, proactive role in that. And even the civil societies and the NGOs also exercised a great degree of self-restraint on what is to be reported, what statements are to be put out on the situation in Manipur. Nagaland police and government departments have a resource crunch, so we don't have too much of money for sort of putting out press releases and all. So we have sort of resorted to the use of social media, increased use of social media to put out press briefs for the media. I think most of our police units, wherever they are doing something good, they are putting out press briefs on their Facebook handles and tagging the Nagaland police handle also. So those are like, you can take that as authentic information which is coming from the authentic police sources. This 9 years of the government under Prime Minister Modi, there has been a lot which has been done. It's not that it has only been done now, there's a lot which has been done, but there is a lot of integration which has taken place through the use of technology and better use of government agencies for percolating the message to everybody. I remember that as a kid, in the 80s when we were in school or college, there was just that Doordarshan, and we still, people of my age would remember that we actually used to resent Doordarshan going behind Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi wherever he went. Then Prime Minister, we used to resent that because since that is the only channel and you're just seeing that everywhere. So an overdose of media is also not very. It doesn't help. The important thing here is that the message of government schemes, government's efforts, and what mechanism is available to push those efforts of the government or the government schemes to the public, that has got an uplift. But I think there are large gaps still where messages about the government schemes have still not reached large sections of the society, especially in Nagaland. I think most people in the villages in Nagaland are not aware of a lot of government schemes. I don't know whether the print media or the audio-visual media can do it, but I think even the PIB needs to have a look at better engagement through social media, the WhatsApp groups and all, about sending all these schemes to the public. Last but not the least, I would again come back to my favorite topic for the past 6 months, which is drugs. We have made significant progress in catching drug traffickers and peddlers and also users. A lot more is required to be done. I think if I was to list out the top 4 or 5 problems the country is facing, besides employment and poverty, I think drugs would be somewhere in the top 5 problems in the country. It's not just Nagaland, it is throughout the country. This is a problem which cannot be sorted out without the active involvement of everybody in the society. Everybody is a stakeholder, everybody can be a victim tomorrow. So I think most of the media fraternity have my contacts and they know how to reach me. We would again request that any information about a peddler or a consumer, if you can share, it will be good. Some of you know that you have been sharing information with me, and we have been acting on that. And if you say that I know this person, is known to me, takes drugs, can you help? Even in that case, we've been helping that someone known to you is not being arrested, because we want to, he's a user, so we're not arresting the user, but the person is a supplier. So we can be very careful about how we handle things. Please do join this effort in combating drugs, because the stake of an entire generation, because the life of an entire generation is at stake in this problem about drugs. Thank you very much. I hope we will have another interaction with the media somewhere soon, maybe in the next 10 days or so. We are trying to organize a few things. Once we are ready, we'll have an interaction. Thank you very much.